Alright guys, what's up? Shutdown back here, and today I'm going to be breaking down a defense I run in the red zone. It's something I've ran on the channel several times, and you will see it in tomorrow's ranked game. The play is 4-4 split, or 4-4 normal, can't remember what it's called this year, and then 2 deep is the play. What I do out of the huddle is base the line and spread my linebackers first. Then I blitz both outside linebackers, and the quickest way to do this is hit the right bumper, or R1, and then right on the right analog and left on the right analog. You see it makes both outside linebackers blitz. Do that, crash the defensive line out, and that's your heat. This is going to be double edge pressure, very quick to set up. And then inside the red zone, what I like to do is put both these corners in hook zones. If you watch the Detroit gameplay, not to give spoilers, but come on guys, you should have already seen it. In this ranked game series, I put that outside left corner in a flat, jumped the pass for the win because I knew he was throwing to the short flats. That's something you can do if you know that they're going to make a quick read. But also, if I'm inside the 5, then it's something I'll typically do because then there's not as much space to get beat deep. What I like about the hook zones from about the 10-yard line, 15-yard line even, is that they don't come all the way down as a flat. Tons of space to get beat behind you in the end zone. The hook zones do a great job at making any play on a ball in the end zone, but also sitting short enough that they can come down and hit stick somebody short of the goal line. They really do a great job at defending right on that goal line. Now the last thing you can do, if you have time, is double baseline, which is the triangle or right, and then hit baseline on the left analog twice. Y plus left, triangle plus left, whatever system you're on. It makes the corners play a little bit more to the sidelines, help on corner routes, out routes, stuff like that. So let's just take a look here. You see that we're running a blitz with tons of crossing routes. And one reason I like sending 6 rather than 5 is that 5 hook zones do a great job at taking away the coverage. As you're going to see, you have just about the entire end zone line blanketed. But also, they're blocking a running back, but we're still getting one guy free because we're sending 6. Also, the hook zones, here's a flat zone or flat route to the right. Notice how he does a great job of taking that away. And how the left corner, he's sitting back waiting for a route to come crossing over to that side still. So it's something I really like. Here we're going to set it up in real time. You see, very easy to set up. Does not take much time. And we even throw a wheel out there. You see that even if they throw over here, we're going to have someone come down and make a play. If not him, we had guys ready to make the run over there and help. You know, if you see them throwing right away, you can do the flat route. Because what this is going to do is that now, you see he comes down right away. I missed it. Let's say they're doing something like this. They're throwing a quick out. Thinking they can catch you like that. That's when you can do something like this. I'll even do it on the left too. They're throwing quick outs like this. A lot of times this flat zone will actually jump right in front of it and pick that off. So that's another thing to keep in mind is if you've seen quick outs, then definitely give these a look. Because you notice these stock linebackers, they do a great job by default playing more towards the sideline than just straight up the middle like most hook zones do. Even deep out routes you see here, we're actually going to make a pretty good play. He didn't even have time to get the ball off. That's how quick the heat came in. Set up one more time. Sat right under it. We dropped the pick. But that's how you see. It does a great job of taking away a lot of routes. And the key is just keeping it all in front of you. What do they want to try to hit? Let's see if we can't get a different play. Curls even, something that run a curl out here on the right. See that the corner actually does a pretty good job. He kind of didn't really play it too well right there. We'll try to do the flat zones. But most of the time they do a pretty good job at defending most of these routes. You see the linebacker, he actually jumps up and makes a pretty good play on the ball. So if they have a flat curl combo, you saw the middle linebacker still do a pretty good job. Here the flat sat right under the curl. So it's a really good defense that stops a lot of routes in the red zone, and you're blitzing them. So they're not going to have all day to sit around or scramble against your max coverage. And another thing, which is really nice, is that it does pretty well against running plays. So we're going to set it up. Here I'll probably against a formation like this, probably put a flat zone out there. Unless they're running corners, then do that. But unlike a max coverage where linemen and linebackers all in the zone, they don't react well to the run. Here we're blitzing 2 outside linebackers. So right away they're going to engage, and we're going to be able to make plays. One thing I can't remember if I mentioned or not is that I usually pass commit as well. And the reason being that because we're blitzing 6, they're still going to engage with the blockers if it's a run pretty quickly. And rather than zones just kind of drop back, like most zones do, these guys go more to the sideline. And a lot of people like to do sideline runs, so they actually react very well. And here we're pass committing again. See, we're able to make a play. So it's a pretty decent run defense. That's another plus of it, is that not only is it a great pass defense, and you're able to take away a lot of stuff here in this short amount of field while sending heat, but it also stops the run very well. Now, one thing you do have to worry about is an ISO type run. So let's say you get an ISO. I mean, here they reacted pretty well and made a play without giving up much yardage. But say someone's pounding you with a halfback ISO at the middle. Well then, I mean, it only takes about a split second longer for these linebackers to get out there. But I'll still take the chance and move them in a little bit just to kind of deter them, hopefully to stop running this. And you see they were able to fill the gap pretty well. Here we'll switch to an inside zone just to run the same setup with moving my linebackers in some. And they're actually running an inside zone. And I don't know what happened there. They just pancaked everybody. Let's run this one more time. I mean, you guys have played Madden 25 long enough to know that nothing is just absolutely locked down defense. But this works very well in the red zone. You've seen it on the channel. I've gotten stops with it inside this area. I've also been able to slow people down, which, if they have to keep working for yards, that's just only going to help you. And one last thing I'll note is that this also is the run QB sneak defense, if you don't remember. The only difference is, so if say they run no huddle and get into goal line, I don't know if there's any way to audible into it, but just in case I do catch you with it, the only difference is just pinch the line, blitz the safety, move them down, and run commit. Then I usually reset the linebackers and make them drop back into zone, but that's still the defense. I don't know if it's possible from the audible in the goal line, but it's what I use in the 4-3 book. You see, it's pretty easy to set up, just same thing. Oh, I didn't crash down that time. That's just another thing to keep in mind is if you are facing goal line, you can use this to stop the QB sneak pretty well. As it didn't work that time either. I'm just looking bad right now. There we go. Oops, there we go. Sorry, trying to set this up for you guys. Stopping him pretty well. But, I mean, the main reason I run this defense is around the 10-yard line, I'll switch to it. Make them have to beat a pretty good run defense, and then also have to struggle a little bit for the pass. So that's the main red zone D. Hope get you guys some stops, maybe some picks. And that's it for this tip. You guys be sure to look for it actually in play